Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Annie. So my sister has been dropping hints for the past month about making these brownies, and she wants me to make them. So her birthday is this week, and I thought I would just go ahead and make these brownies for her. And it's kind of like she sent me two recipes. One is the lunchroom ladies brownies, and one is the best darn brownies, a 50-year-old recipe. So that's the last recipe she sent me in a text. So I'm going to go by that one. And I thought I would go ahead today. I'm not going to make them today, but I'd go ahead and get organized and measure out my ingredients and have everything ready. And then tomorrow I am going to make the brownies because I'm going to see her the next day. We're going to go over to Mama's. So I thought I would take them then and give them to her since she's been asking for these brownies. So let me get my ingredients measured and get this show started. Okay, everybody, so I've got everything measured out. I've got a basket here that's for the brownie batter. And then over here, this brownie recipe does have a frosting. So I've got everything over here. This is a little dash of salt. I'm going to cover that. But everything's measured out. And so that part is out of the way. I'll just wait and wash my eggs tomorrow before I use them. I've got my vanilla measured out. This is going to be good because it calls for 4 teaspoons of vanilla. So that is going to be good. This is my cocoa for that one. Got some cocoa over here in this one. And I even went ahead and got out my pan, washed it up, have it ready. Tomorrow morning is going to be busy for me. So I'm going to make these tomorrow afternoon. And then when we go over to Mama's the day after, I'm going to take these brownies as a little surprise for her. So I hope she likes them because she's been talking about them and saying, when are you going to make those brownies? When are you going to make those brownies? So we're finally going to make those brownies. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I'll put the actual making of the brownies at the end of this video. Everybody, welcome back to Life with Annie. So this is the next day. Yesterday I prepped all of my ingredients to make these lunch lady brownies for my sister for her birthday, and today I'm going to actually make them. So the recipe for the brownie batter calls for a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. Let's see, make sure. Yes, because a half a cup is 8 tablespoons. So we need 2 sticks of butter. We're going to need 2 cups of flour. It didn't specify self-rising or plain all-purpose flour. I'm using the all-purpose because brownies don't usually get really, really thick. So I hope I'm doing the right thing. Then you need 2 cups of granulated sugar. You need 4 eggs, which I've already washed my eggs. You're going to need a half a cup of cocoa powder. You're going to need 4 teaspoons of vanilla. And this is optional, but you need a cup of nuts, and I'm using pecans. I love nuts in our brownies. I think she does too. So we're going to put it all in. So what I'm going to do, the picture that she sent me, and I mentioned this in my video yesterday, that she has been asking me to make these brownies for a while, and she sent me 2 text messages over the last month, and I keep getting when are you going to make those brownies? So I thought I'll make these for her birthday. So I'm going to melt the butter. I'm going to use just a hand whisk to do this. A lot of times brownies are made in a bowl and you don't have to get out the mixer or something. I may do that. This does have a frosting, so I may use the mixer for the frosting. We'll wait and see how that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and add in our butter. It says to use softened butter. I'm just going to go ahead and melt this up. And I've got my dish here, and it's a 9 by 13. So I'm just going to use these wrappers, and I'm just going to butter the pan. there weren't specific instructions on that in the recipe, but that's what I'm going to do. So we'll put this other stick in here, and then I'll set that over there, and I will grease the pan with the butter wrapper. All right, so we're going to let this melt, and we'll be back in just a little bit, add some more ingredients. All right, butter is melted. So I'm just, rather than transfer this into a bowl, I'm just going to make the brownie batter in this. So I'm going to go ahead next and add my sugar. And that was 2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to whisk this around. Have any of y'all ever made these lunch lady brownies before? I have seen that recipe come through my news feed for years, and I kept saying I'm going to make them, I'm going to make them, and I never did. And as I said in my video yesterday, my sister's birthday is actually today, but I'm going to be spending some time with her and Mama tomorrow, and I thought I would surprise her with these brownies that she's been requesting for about a month now, and the little text messages and all. So I thought we'll just surprise her and give her a yummy pan of lunch lady brownies. All right, so I'm just gonna get this sugar and butter cream together. And then we're gonna add in, we've got, like I said, we've got our cocoa powder, which is 1/2 cup. We've got 2 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of vanilla, a cup of nuts, and then over here we've got 4 eggs that I've kind of beaten up a little bit. Did y'all hear that thunder? We've been having some afternoon storms lately, and I'm loving it. I'm not loving the storm part of it, but it has cooled things down, and we've needed that rain. I was going out and watering my plants, my hydrangea, and it would just be drooping, and then I'd water it that evening, and the next morning it had bounced back. So the plants are loving this rain. All right, so we've got our butter and sugar creamed. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and add in our cocoa. And y'all, it was so nice. I'm a little on the tired side right now because Matt had to go to Columbia today for something for work, and I just rode down with him because that's kind of a long drive, and it's kind of, you know, Columbia is kind of like, the traffic is just horrific. I do not like going through Columbia. Whenever we go to the beach now, we always bypass Columbia. We may go an hour out of our way, but I don't care. I do not like that traffic. So I rode down there with him just to keep him company. And then when he went inside to do his work meeting, I'm talking about you, I sat in the car. And I'll show y'all what I did. Maybe Matt will go get it and bring it to me. I did a little part. Matt helped me because we got there a few minutes early, and I took it down there because I wanted to get this done, and he helped me get it all done. And then when he went in for his meeting and everything, I had it all finished when he came back out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is all cooled down, so I'm gonna go ahead and add these eggs and just kind of mix those together. And this is 4 eggs. You want to show them while I do this, or you want me to do it? I don't know if you want to be on camera or not. You want to do it or me? And there's some things in there, so don't let them
I don't want to. I'm trying to hold both ends. So she had got herself some book tabs, and so she tabbed all the books in her Bible.
Yeah, isn't it pretty? I just love the little
a little goldenness.
Yeah.
I like that too.
And so I took them. Matt didn't even know I had them, and I took my Bible down there, and I had it sitting in my lap the whole time. And I'm like, I'm going to work on this while I'm sitting there waiting for him. And so, like I say, we got there a little early, so he was kind of helping me peel them off and get them situated, get them neat and orderly. And so he liked them. I said, would you like me to order you a set? Because they were only like $6 on Amazon. You could get different kinds. So
I need some for mine.
yeah, he said because he needs some for his. So I'm going to let him look at the ones online and see which ones he wants, and then I'll get him some. All right, so we have our 4 eggs in there. I'm going to start adding this flour. Oh, and my oven is preheated at 350. So you're going to cook these for 20 to 25 minutes. Check them at 20 minutes. See how they're doing. And then at 350. So you want to. So Matt's is.
I need them because I got the big print, so my book's a little bit thicker.
Mine's big print too.
It's like mine's got and it's got a lot of study stuff in it. I just need to. And I need to mark. I mean, I got my little string to mark where I am.
Yeah.
So I'm in the book of Revelations already.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing. So, and it made the time go by pretty quick. So when he was in there, I was doing that, finished that up, and then I scrolled on the phone a little bit, and then I pulled up my YouTube and was listening to some of my songs that I've saved on there. And then he was knocking at the window. He was back pretty soon, so it wasn't a bad little trip.
Just the fact you had to drive 2.5 hours down, 2.5 hours back.
Yeah. And then, it's not a fun drive.
We didn't even get to go to the beach or nothing.
No, not this time. We'll add some more flour in here. But we did get a bite to eat.
At our favorite restaurant whenever we do go down that way.
Yes. Yeah, we went to Lizard's Thicket. And I love Lizard's Thicket because they have the old-timey liver pudding. That's, I used to could get it from another little town. That company went out of business. Thank you, Count Sausage. But they went out of business, so we no longer could get it. But they have where it tastes almost identical. I mean, you can buy liver pudding in the store. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. But anyway, I had that. We had a really good breakfast. I think I did a little video showing it. If I did, I'll post that later. But I had that and a couple of eggs and some toast and grits. I had grits again, y'all. And Matt, what did you have?
I had a Carolina omelet, which I've never had before because it was ground beef.
Yeah, that's what he said he was going to have a Carolina omelet. And I looked to see what was in it. It said ground beef. What else was it? Cheese.
Just ground beef, grilled onions, and cheese.
Yeah. I said, hamburger meat. I've never heard of a breakfast omelet with hamburger meat. But he said it was really good and it looked good. Y'all will see if I have that footage, I'll post it.
And the potatoes that I wasn't going to eat, I had no intentions of eating all the potatoes, but they were so good I ate all of them.
The plates really were mesmerizing, would you say? But anyway, the good part of it is we had a really nice waitress. What was her name again? Brandy?
I don't remember.
I can't remember her name. And Matt asked her what brand of that was that liver pudding, and are there, if we could find it in a store. I've looked in every store up here to find something comparable. It doesn't exist up here. And so she asked what brand it was. She said, let me go find out. So she went to the back and she came back with a piece of paper and she told us where they get it and the company. And it's she said they get it from a town Irmo, which is on our way to Columbia. So we were going to try to stop there on the way back, but we had already passed when
We missed the exit.
Yeah, we missed the exit because we were I thought it was closer toward Greenville, Spartanburg, but it's closer, I guess, toward Columbia side.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we missed out on that. But we have the piece of paper with the name of the company, and we're just going to keep trying and try to find it somewhere, somehow.
I'm going to go check chicken eggs. I'll give you a report when I get back.
Okay, he's going to check the chicken eggs, and he's going to give us a report when he comes back. So, that was our day. So, I'm a little tired from all the travel. I'm putting in my 4 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm getting a workout at the same time. Y'all, these look so good. I hope my sister likes them. And then I'm going to add in the cup of nuts. All right, now let me get out my other little stirrer-upper. All right. And there we have it. There is our brownie mix. Oh, it smells like a chocolate factory in here. Here we are. All right, so I'm going to take my little butter wrappers, grease this 9x13 pan, and when I get that done, we'll come back and we're going to pour this into that pan, and we're going to bake it, and then we're going to make an icing. And so here we have our buttered dish. Y'all, that's a good tip. If you are baking and you use any amount of butter and you have a wrapper left over, use that to grease your pan. And if you don't need it at that particular time, throw those wrappers in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, and then when you do need to grease something, pull it out. Okay, so we're going to pour in our brownie batter. Okay, now we're going to get all this goodness out of here. Y'all hear Beauregard? All right, we are about to get it. What's your report?
I got 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
But
You broke one?
no.
Oh, scared me. I thought he was going to tell me something bad. Y'all, Matt's figs are coming in on his fig tree for the first time.
I think one of them might have picked a little bit too early, but it was felt kind of soft, and they said it should be soft and hanging, and it was hanging
He came in the house last night.
with just one.
Yeah, and it was so funny because he came in the house like this. I was in the living room, and he came in the house, and he's like, and it was kind of dark, and I'm like, is that a mouse? He said, no, it's a fig. Y'all look. And so we split that fig last night. He cut it, and we tasted it. It was the sweetest, tastiest fig. And Matt had never had figs before. And, you know, we bought them at the Apple Festival a few years ago, and he tried one for the first time, but it was nothing compared to.
Oh, it was. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think I'd like these ones. I had that one. But
this was so sweet and it was so good. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
yeah, and there's a few more that are up. This one, I think one of these. Yeah, this one might have been a little too
green,
too early.
But it was so soft.
But the rest of them were nice and soft, and everything was hanging. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there's a couple more I didn't take because they felt like they had a little more firmness to them. So I left them.
I told him, I said, let's go out there and make sure we check them every day because, you know, he said he was getting a good little bit out there.
Yeah, because I only saw like 2 of them yesterday that I thought that might be pickable today, and I got out underneath that tree and I was like, wow, there's a whole bunch of them that are pickable.
Look.
For me.
Unfortunately, no, not this time. But I'm sure I'll take them to Mama's tomorrow, and I'm sure maybe she'll send one back for you.
That's okay.
All right.
I need to stay away from them.
I know. I'm going to put these in the oven for 20 minutes, check them, and it could go for another 5 minutes or so at 350. So we'll be back. We'll make that frosting. Look at that fig, y'all. Look at the inside of that fig. So juicy. And they are so sweet. So we're sharing another one tonight. Taste it. See if it's as good as the one last night.
Mm-hmm. It is.
These are good. Mmm.
They're brown turkey neck figs, what they're called.
Mmm.
Because when I was ordering the trees, I put down a tree a fig tree that would do good in South Carolina. And of course, I was buying from a company in Georgia, and that was the one they recommended was the brown turkey fig.
Mm-hmm. Delicious, y'all. I am back, and we're going to make this icing. Now, I did get out my little... Let me check on these brownies real quick. I checked them at 20 minutes, and I think they needed just a little bit longer. So let me just take a quick peek. I'm going to get a toothpick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so they're not quite there. Almost, but not quite. So we will check them again. I put them in for another 5 minutes. Okay, so for the frosting, I did get my mixer out, just thought it'd be a little bit quicker and I wouldn't have to use so much of my muscles. So I'm putting a half a stick of butter. And I did use real butter for all of this brownie thing, which is what I usually buy. And here, there, you can save your little wrappers and keep them so that you can grease pans or whatever. All right, so we've got our butter there. Then I've got 3 cups of powdered sugar, a dash of salt. And I did all this yesterday, y'all. I love this kind of preparing ahead because, like I said, Matt had to go all day and we're kind of tired. So, and then I've got 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder in here. And then you're going to need, it says, the recipe said about 1/4 of a can of milk, or you could use regular milk. So I think the can is a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk is what I'm thinking they're talking about. These are 5 ounces, so I'm going to use not quite this whole can. We'll just have to see. I'm just going to do it by how it's whipping up together. Okay, so I am just going to add all this in this bowl and start mixing it together. So this is going to be a little noisy, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do this real quick. This is just the butter. My little dash of salt. Fourth of a cup of cocoa powder. Now the recipe that she sent me of the icing didn't have instructions on that. It was just the instructions on how to cook the brownies. So I'm just kind of doing this by feel. Coming together. Be right back. Okay, doesn't look like much yet, but there's more to come. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the powdered sugar in, and I'm gonna start adding sugar and a little bit of that milk. And I'm gonna chuck these brownies. I'm taking the brownies out, y'all. The toothpick came out. There might have been just a tiny little crumb on there, but I think they're done. There we go, just took them out of the oven. All right, we're gonna set those right there and finish up this frosting. All right, so got my oven turned off. I'm just gonna add some of the powdered sugar. And I'm just gonna go ahead, and I did shake this up really well before I popped it open. Just to get this started. Okay. Started off slow so it doesn't go everywhere. Some more sugar. A little more milk. I'm gonna keep doing this until it's all done. But our frosting is done. So I'm just gonna kind of get any of the bits of sugar on the side. Look at that, pretty milk chocolatey color. And that's just gonna go on top of these delicious brownies. I'm still letting the brownies cool a bit before I add this topping, this frosting to it. All right, we'll let these cool and we'll be back and we'll put this frosting on top. Okay, I'm gonna frost these brownies. They have cooled down. Look at those brownies. They are beautiful. All right. I'm gonna paper towel here. So here's my frosting. And I'm just gonna put this down over top. Hope y'all can see. Oh, and by the way, Matt and I, we shared the beaters for this frosting. And we both agreed that we liked it. Uh-oh.
I knew I was going to drop it. I just had that feeling I was going to drop that fork. foresaw it happening.
You foresaw it.
Yep.
Get as much out as I can. And somebody can have the leftover. All right, I'm just going to spread this around. This makes a nice amount of brownies, this whole 9 by 13 pan. Be something good to take around the holiday time if you need to take something into for a work party. Good old lunch lady brownies. No, I'm not going to do any kind of decorating on this. I think they're beautiful just the way they are. I might lick the spoon later myself. So there they are. 50-year-old recipe, lunch lady brownies, requested by my sister Lisa for her birthday. So Lisa, there you go. You've been asking, and tomorrow you're going to be receiving. And by the time y'all see this, her birthday will be over. But I'll still wish you happy birthday again. All right, everybody, and I hope you enjoy these. And I hope you'll share and let me have one too. All right, y'all, I'm going to get off here. And thank y'all so much for stopping by, and I will see you again soon. Bye, everybody. Okay, everybody. Good morning. It's the next day, and here are the 50-year-old lunchroom ladies brownies that I'm taking over to my sister for her birthday. So I hope she enjoys them. Hope she shares.